Hey guys, been a while since I've actually posted a YouTube video, but I decided tonight, what the hell, let's watch Monday Night Raw for the first time in years on TV. Overall, it was good. It was a decent show actually. Raw's been up in their game, but there's one moment that just pissed me off. Let me show you, because I rewound it. And spoilers for everyone who hasn't seen Monday Night Raw. This is the main event. Becky Lynch versus Asuka. If Becky Lynch wins, she's added to the Hell in a Cell women's title match, which I already have a problem with. Let's watch. This is the end. Saw that coming. With Bianca ringside, you know that was going to happen. Right there. That was a snapmare and one of the lightest kicks you'll ever see in WWE. Rolls in. Shoulder clearly can be raised up, and that just got the 3. I want to exactly show you a snap bear and the lightest kick, an Orange Cassidy kick, and a roll up where the shoulder, this was definitely a mistake where I can definitely hope that Becky was supposed to have both legs across Asuka's arms, but still, a snapmare, an Orange Cassidy kick on the outside, and a roll up just beat Asuka. What was that? If you wanted Becky Lynch in the match at Hell in a Cell, why that crappy ending? Why not at least have her use the pump Mandel slam to get a pinfall or something, man? To use an actual legit move, because this is becoming the most overrated finish in wrestling, the small packages. I mean, Xavier Woods has named as his small package, I can't, Lost Woods or some bullshit like that. When the thing has a name, when that's your finisher, the roll-up, the small package, and this is coming from someone who doesn't mind small package roll-up victories. I think they're good when used right. Small package victories should be used very limited. It should be every once in a while you see a roll-up, and a roll-up victory should also be used for a person who was getting dominated the whole match, and then the surprise roll-up hooks the legs deeply to where they're truly sitting down on the guy for the 1, 2, 3. That's actually was a common thing in tonight. It's a common thing for WWE for this year, or at least this month it seems, are roll-ups. Because also tonight there was a match between Ezekiel and Chad Gable, which also ended in a schoolboy, another roll-up. What is the obsession with this, man? What is so wrong with having a straight winner? Also something I want to talk about, the promo that Matt Riddle did for tonight, basically showing that he's going to be like the next challenger for the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Here's the thing. I like Matt Riddle. I think Matt Riddle can be a champion. He was a champion. He was the United States champion. If anyone even remembers that. But, just like this is going to be a Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch rivalry. They will build up Matt Riddle. They'll have him probably get that knee in Roman's jaw on SmackDown. They'll have Matt Riddle win after win after win until the title match. Smash him. Actually, just saying that, I want to talk about something else. The way WWE treat Liv Morgan. Respectively, these past 2 years. Because let's look at this. Let's really look at this. Let's start with how this whole Liv thing really started. After Ruby Soho was fired from WWE. WWE, as usual, starts pushing Liv. The crowd is incredibly into this woman. Some people might say she's overrated. Some people may, and those same people, I put in the same group of people that say Bianca Belair is overrated. You can suck it and go fuck yourself. My problem with Liv and how they book her is exactly what I just said. They book, especially in her rivalry with Becky Lynch, that was the perfect time to take the title off of Becky Lynch, was that rivalry with Liv. Because all the freaking promos, the hype up, the emotion that Liv gave into this feud, it was the perfect time to pull the trigger on Liv Morgan. What? Are they scared her winning the title is going to be the same thing as Nikki ASH when she won the freaking belt? If any of y'all remember that? Remember when Nikki ASH was Raw Women's Champion when she beat Charlotte Flair? With the Money in the Bank contract, of course, after Rhea Ripley kicked the shit out of her. Nikki ASH's title reign will go down as one of the worst and most forgettable Raw Women's title reigns in history. Because it was fucking pointless. Because yeah, Liv was the perfect woman to take the title off of Becky Lynch. No disrespect to Bianca Belair. She deserved that retribution. And even in the back of my mind, I knew that they were saving it for Bianca. But even so, I really wish that we can see Liv Morgan with some gold. And that brings me to her last push. Her tag team with Rhea Ripley. Again, the fans are with this tag team. They're winning. They're undefeated for weeks. And then what happens? WrestleMania. But to be fair, when it came to WrestleMania, we all did know who was going to walk out of WrestleMania with the women's tag team titles. The women, in my opinion, who are still the rightful women's tag team champions, Sasha Banks and Naomi, Team Bad 2.0. And now we have a tournament coming up soon for the vacant vacant WWE Women's Tag Team titles because of Naomi and Sasha walking out because they wanted to be treated as tag team champions, not singles competitors. What kind of tag team tournament is it? It's not even a tag tournament. It's we'll bunch these two together and just throw them as a tag team. And that's the thing with this division. There's no tag teams. There are teams. There are partners. There's no tag team partners. And anyone who truly loves tag team wrestling or understands the true concept of tag team wrestling, knows what I mean when I say there's a difference between tag teams and just teammates. Because, okay, let's put it like this. The Legion of Doom / the Road Warriors were a tag team. Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler are a team. Axe and Smash Demolition are a tag team. RK Bro was a team. They at least truly became a tag team. They stayed a team and had tag team style. They blended together. Now let's go to the women's side. Now let's go a little far back. Team Bad was a tag team. Even the former tag champions, Naomi and Sasha, they're a tag team. Nikki ASH and Doudrop. I don't know what the hell's going on with that shit. Queen Zelina and Carmella was stupid. And then, when they came to the Women's Tag Team Championships, I know I've talked about this team a lot when it came to these titles, but one of my favorite tag teams to hold the tag team titles of the women's division was Natalya and Tamina Snuka. How could they not truly use that tag team? What was the point of giving the tag titles to Queen Zelina and Carmella? What was the point? You have two of the hardest working, longest tenured superstars in the women's division in Natalya and Tamina. What do? You give them the tag titles for a couple freaking weeks. Then drop them to this, for a tag team that held them for too damn long. And now let's see what they're doing. Tamina's doing some stupid freaking story with R-Truth, Akira Tozawa, Dana Brooke, and Reggie, which I think is dead since last week. And Natalya has a new tag team with Shayna Baszler, which I'll admit works, since they're both catch-as-catch-can grappling wrestlers. Man, it drives me fucking crazy! Because when the women's tag team division was established with the tag titles, they had some legit good tag matches. This is also something. Comment down below where you think the women's tag team division just started to die. To me, the women's tag team division started to die when they had Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax as the tag team champions. That's when it kind of started to just... Because there was no legitimate tag teams for so long that were believable to beat them. A tag team that I don't know if a lot of us wanted to beat, but there were two versions of tag teams that possibly a lot of fans wanted to see win the tag titles. First came, well, actually there were three. There was Naomi and Lana, which was a weird-ass tag team, which, fun fact, I made this tag team in the video games long before the tag team titles were a thing. I made them a tag team after I saw them dancing in the Mixed Match Challenge. There was kind of the same thing. Lana, no, wasn't Lana? No, it wasn't Lana. My apologies. It was Naomi and Lana was the first one. The second one we kind of wanted to see take the titles off Nia and Shayna was Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. That was a good tag team. Again, after they turned Mandy Rose face with being Otis's girlfriend, that was like my interest in Mandy Rose since that face turn has just skyrocketed. Even as the women's champion in NXT Mandy Rose is the best version of Mandy Rose we've ever seen. However, it's the worst thing that happened to the NXT women's division. Because now they have meetings on how to dress like Mandy Rose. How to dress sexy. And I'm not kidding, that's a real fucking thing. Fuck you, John Laurinaitis. I don't know if you're just sexually frustrated because the Bella Twins' mom ain't give you nothing. But stop torturing female superstars by giving them fucking meetings on how to dress sexy. And the last tag team, I'm positive everyone wanted to win the tag team titles. The Riot Squad, or as I like to call them when it was just Ruby and Liv to Riot. And just like with Rhea and Liv, with the Riot Squad, how do you not pull the trigger on this? The Riot Squad was probably the most over female tag team in the pandemic era of wrestling. They were so over! I don't get what their thing is with Liv. I don't. And then there's a current run kind of as a member of WWE's newest version of Bullet Club with AJ and Finn, who have been getting their asses handed to them by the Judgment Day, which I actually think is cool to put over this new faction of Judgment Day, which, I'll say this, Rhea joining that was expected. And I've seen Edge been trolling people saying, Paige is joining, Corey's joining, Balor's joining as the Demon. Something on that with the idea of Finn joining Judgment Day. I could see it as, this is gonna sound fucking weird. I could see it as a personal monster, or a personal demon being controlled by Edge. Like Edge has him like on a chain or something. The reason it sounded weird is because it reminded me of an NWA character they have going on in NWA called Gags the Gimp. I'm not joking with that. Look it up on the NWA YouTube channel. Watch it. It's fucking weird. It's a guy wrestling in a gimp suit. The fuck? Anyway, this video went, as usual, crazy. The women's tag team division is always all over the place. Even this decision with adding Becky to the title match at Hell in a Cell. This is why it's so bothersome to me. Last week you have a number one contenders match. A number one contenders match. I get it. Becky didn't get a rematch yet. Here's something you could have done. The winner of that match faces Becky at the next pay-per-view, which would be SummerSlam. I hate this idea. Having a number one contenders match, then the very next week having that stupid if you beat this person you're added to the match stipulation. I have a hard time getting into those kind of matches. I don't. Also, where'd this story go? Drew McIntyre going after Roman Reigns. Where the fuck did that go? Where's Drew been? We haven't seen him since Backlash. I am terrified Roman's gonna hold that title for freaking as long as Bruno Sammartino combined. Not just his first reign as WWF champion or whatever, world champion. I'm terrified that Roman Reigns in this one run as champion is gonna hold the undisputed title for as long as both of Bruno's reigns combined, which would be 8 years as champion. No one should do that, not just to disrespect the legacy of Bruno Sammartino, but because no one should hold the WWE Championship modern day for 8 damn years. You all can say, acknowledge me, do this stupid shit. Can you honestly say even you would be okay with seeing Roman Reigns be the top guy, smashing everyone you cheer, doing this shit, the same damn thing, the same tribal chief thing as champion for another 8 years? Could you honestly to God see that? Would you want that? Because I know I don't. I don't like the idea of the bloodline holding on the titles, because it means we're not going to get any new champions for fucking years. It is gonna be years because Roman Reigns has held the Universal title since fucking 2020. 2 years he's been champion, I believe. He's also, and this is the main thing with Roman with me, he hasn't been pinned. I don't give a shit if he remains champion. What I care about is they're putting so much money into him that even if he loses one time, there goes everything. I don't like the idea of a superstar going this fucking long without losing a match. I don't. Everyone deserves to be beaten, to be pinned, to show that they are beatable. I know his thing is going on a different level, the God mode shit. And I know he's like people have said he's the final boss. He's the big dog. He's the big bad guy. He's the big enemy to face that you can't beat. But here's the thing. That's how you build threats. You can't just build a feud and a rivalry off of a guy attacking someone in promos, in conversations, in hype-up crap. Matt Riddle will probably never even come close to Roman Reigns in a normal match. It'll probably be this. Anytime Roman and Riddle face off, title match or non-title, Roman wins. But anytime there's a goddamn promo thing, or a goddamn hype-up bullshit, Riddle will be the one standing, and Riddle will be the one that's not running from a fight. When it comes to the matches, you can't touch Roman Reigns. That's a problem, man. You think of The Undertaker. You think of The Undertaker, you think of the streak. You think of him being undefeated at WrestleMania. That's a different thing. He was undefeated at WrestleMania. On normal shows on Raw and SmackDown, he would lose matches. As champion, he would lose matches. Stone Cold and The Rock would lose matches. Triple H would lose matches. Shawn Michaels would lose matches. To build people up as a challenge, as a competitive threat to the belt. Nothing like that has happened for Roman. People have come close to beating him for the title, but that's not good enough. You need to have someone actually pin him non-titly. You need to have someone build more momentum than just calling his ass out and laying him down in a promo. But again, this is all coming from Jackass's opinion. This went on for a lot longer than I expected. Good night.